Hi guys, if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome. This is Tree Cat Tarot and I am Tree Cat. Today we're going to take a look at your monthly tarot scope for the upcoming month of May. The general overview of what we're going to do here, as I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards for you. We're going to take a look at what I'm getting from that. And then we're going to take a look at your general tarot scope for May, as well as your, excuse me, sorry about that. As well as your love and relationships, career and finances, and health and spirituality. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll be listing in the description box below all the decks I'm using today, as well as a link to book a personal reading with me if that is something you would like to do. If not, I just enjoy this general energy exchange, quite honestly. Okay, so to start you off, we have Parsley with Death. Death in this sense is talking more about transformation than anything else. So a transformation is needed from you. You're not the first sign I've read that for either. If I remember correctly, Jupiter is going to be moving into the sign of Gemini in May. For you, Libra, that might be a little bit more significant than other signs, just because I actually kept forgetting to mention that to all the other signs. So maybe that's something you need to pay attention to. Maybe several of you have your Jupiter in Gemini, or it's going to make a transit that's very important for you. Jupiter is a very interesting planet just because he isn't like Saturn where he rewards hard work. Jupiter rewards specifically to reward. So we have fall here. So maybe something is going to get started in the month of May that is going to carry over into the fall. Maybe something that will get finished up in the fall. Let's see what else we have here. We have Good Listener. Okay. And then we have Won't Change. Wonder what that's about. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get these other two oracle for you and see what we have total. Okay. We have Stars with card number 16, so maybe the 16th is important for you. Stars could be an important symbol. That card talks about the opportunities that are around you if you just take a second to look. And then we have card number 27 with Letter. So there might be a message, is what I'm getting more than anything else. There is a message that you might be receiving in the month of May, but you might have to pay extra attention in order to receive it. I think it's interesting that we have that coming out here, as well as a card that says Good Listener. So maybe Spirit is trying to encourage you, I feel like, to go ahead and really feel into your ability to listen with all of your senses, with all of your body, right? I think it's also interesting that we have the Death card here and we have Won't Change. Maybe there is a connection that you need to let go of because the person won't change. And that happens, right? Like friendships sometimes dissolve, relationships dissolve, and it's because one of you is changing and the other one isn't keeping up. So that is something that could be occurring for you in the month of May. I do feel like for you, Libra, in previous videos, I feel like I've talked about a relationship repetitively for you that is falling apart. I think that's something that I've consistently talked about with you guys in previous videos. So I think you're finally reaching a breaking point. But let's see what your overview of May has for you. Also, the story here with the stars, it talks about her, a star basically falls to Earth. And it's based on a Native American story. I don't remember which tribe. But a star basically falls to Earth and she doesn't have a home. So different members of the tribe allow her to stay with them until she finds a home of her own. Right? So that could be relevant to you somehow, maybe. You might in May find yourself, like if you do have a situation that is dissolving, you may find yourself depending on friends and family quite a bit more than what you were used to. Yeah, actually, I'm going to go with that because we have the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, it tends to be stuck in a rut when it comes to how to properly use her resources. She's overspending, or maybe holding on to money really hard, which means that she's lost some level of her independence. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. So any arguments that you've been having with anybody prior to this month, those things are coming to an end. And then we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. You are standing your ground on a connection. But Spirit does want to encourage you to think really hard about that. I think for some of you, you're being stubborn about a connection because we have won't change and we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. It's possible that the connection is robbing you of some of your independence. And it's easy to just kind of sweep things under the rug simply because you're not fighting about anything. Like having a tense agreement to just cohabitate and not fight. And that's not really a happy situation, you know, that's not a happy situation to be in. It's not healthy. And that's not necessarily going to be all of you. For some of you, this has to do with a workplace rather than a connection. One that, again, like you need to walk away from, but fear to do with finances prevents you from doing so. And I think for some of you, it could be that you've burned a lot of bridges with a lot of the people that you work with, but you've decided to simply be okay with not being liked, which, I mean, power to you for that decision. That's a difficult decision to make, but then at the same time, once again, it's kind of toxic to spend a lot of time in a place that you feel like you don't like the other people there. It's not good for your system to do. So let's go ahead and move on to your 11 relationships and see what we have there. But yeah, with Death and Parsley, for the month of May, there is a change that you need to make. So for 11 relationships, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. coming out with the your cards have been like really closed mouth today. I feel like I've shuffled more for you than any other sign so far. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse coming out with the Four of Swords also in the reverse. Yeah. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, for some of you that are not necessarily in a commitment, but like you're just kind of dating or you're seeing where something is going to go, it's not going to go anywhere, sorry to tell you. It's not going anywhere, but then like the light aspect to knowing that a relationship isn't going to go anywhere is that means you are now free to break away from that and pursue something that will actually go somewhere. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, there is kind of a sense of urgency, right? You need to go now. So I feel like for a lot of you, the overall message where I was talking more about a relationship that you're just ignoring, that it's not working, that is going to apply to more of you, I feel like, than the message that you work somewhere where you just kind of ignore the fact that you're not well liked or well appreciated. So yeah, I do see a small sense of urgency to go ahead and just like rip off the band-aid, end a relationship. The other person isn't going to change. And as long as you are in that connection, it prevents you from being able to change. It prevents you from being able to evolve. You just gotta rip off that band-aid, Libra. You just gotta be willing to be the bad person in someone else's story. So for career and finances, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So feeling a bit uninspired, I'm seeing. Feeling a bit uninspired in our jobs. It's been such a mixed bag with these readings this set because like some of you are having fantastic months of May and some of you are going through very painful changes, which ultimately, if we allow ourselves to go through the changes which are necessary, we allow ourselves to go through the door, then we get to meet the person on the other side of that. We get to meet the version of us on the other side of that, right? So, speaking of doors, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse coming out with the King of Cups in the uphand. So, there is a love of what you do. There is a love of what you do, and it's the kind that like overfills your cup and allows you to pour into other cups, right? But you're not feeling inspired, and that's a very odd dichotomy to be feeling in terms of a job or a career path. So a pivot is definitely necessary at this time. If you've been wanting to pivot a little bit, maybe stay in the same job, do a different position, maybe do a different project, something slightly new, I feel like is what you need here in the month of May. I don't think you need to leave a job. You seem happy, you seem like you like it, but you've gotten a bit bored, right? You've gotten a bit bored. You need to do something to shake things up, and I do see you being able to do it because with the Page of Flowers here, even though it's in the reverse, their smiles are very clear. You can tell that these flowers are smiling. So as long as you allow yourself to pivot, it's going to be great, and it's going to allow you to keep filling your cup even more full than what it previously was. So let's go ahead and move over to your health and spirituality. Oh, you know what, too, with the star card, it could be that you're in a place right now where you're going to be trying a couple different things to feel motivated and inspired again. So, like, she's popping around different homes trying to find one that's hers. You could just be like, you know, like, okay, I'm going to try, like, doing copy editing for a little while, and now I'm going to try doing interior decorating. Yes, I know those are completely different fields, but, like, bear with me. You know, like, you're just trying different things until you find something that sparks joy within you once again. For your health and spirituality, we have the Knight of Swords. So we are being very swift with some decision in terms of our health and spirituality. Okay. You have the Three of Cups here. So the Three of Cups is celebration. So for some of you, those of you who are pregnant, the birth of a child and perhaps a quick labor, right? Others of you, maybe you've recently reached a health goal. Maybe you've recently joined up in a spiritual path. Maybe you recently finished having like maybe you just got over being super sick and now you want to go party, or you just finished having like some kind of surgery or operation, now you want to celebrate. You're in a great place in terms of your health and your spirituality, and you want to be excited, you want to celebrate. Like, if nothing else, Libra, you are very, very thankful for your good health. If nothing else. And that's a great thing to be thankful for. Not everyone gets to have good health, and you recognize that it's something that you can always smile upon, right? So yeah, that's what I have for you. So not all bad news, just, you know, gonna light a little bit of a fire underneath you. So yes, be grateful for your good health. Go after various little projects and things until you find something that lights you up again, and dump his or her ass. Okay, that is all I have for you, Libra. Thank you for coming to your reading. I hope it was helpful to you. And go ahead and check out your other signs just to get a more full look at what the month of May is going to have for you. And I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.